Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is October 14th, 2024. So, based on breaking news and events, it appears that CIA headquarters, located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland, is going to stage a made-for-TV terror attack, foreign attack or invasion, and/or World War III on the night of October 14th of 2024. So exactly what is planned is obviously not known, but it appears that the CIA plans to stage a made-for-TV joint Chinese, Iranian, and/or Russian um, attack, bombing, or invasion during the live broadcast of the Monday Night Football game between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coincidentally, flanking the Monday Night Football game is live Major League Baseball playoff games, as well as NHL hockey games are also going on. So there's going to be an extremely large TV viewership. For those who recall, I cut my teeth on the Nuclear Bible, which was a false flag nuclear terror plot targeting the Super Bowl in Dallas, Texas, back on February 6th of 2011. The CIA always capitalizes on live sporting events because there's millions of people watching, and tonight is no different. So exactly what is planned is obviously not known, but back on January 22nd of 2022, the CIA staged a joint Chinese, Iranian, and Russian naval drill in the Indian Ocean. Roughly 2.5 years prior, on December 31st of 2019, the CIA staged another joint Chinese, Iranian, and Russian naval drill in the Indian Ocean. And back on June 14th of 2019, the CIA staged a joint meeting between Iranian President Hassan Rouhani, Chinese President Xi Jinping, and Russian President Vladimir Putin on the sidelines of the 19th Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit in Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan. So this was designed to associate these three nations together on three separate occasions, so that in the aftermath of this impending attack, which will likely be false flag in nature, they can show these photos, show these exercise videos, and say that this was preemptive or premeditated, I should say. In the event that the CIA stages this made-for-TV attack, it will likely, it's imperative to note that the numerology here. So this is October 14th. This marks exactly 1 year and 7 days since the October 7th attack. So the October 7th attack was October 7th. That's 107 or 17. And then today marks 1 year and 7 days since the October 7th attack, which is 1-7, which is also 17. 17 equates to the letter Q as in coup d'etat. So this is just speculation, but Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen suffered a concussion last week. His number is 17, and it appears that the CIA plans to kill or maim Josh Allen during tonight's game as some sort of ritualistic blood sacrifice offered up to this impending attack. And coincidentally, October 7th is Vladimir Putin's birthday. So they've basically linked Iran with Russia in this numerology, in this impending attack. So firstly, like I said earlier, what's planned is obviously not known, so I'm going to speculate here. But in respect to China, there's a garbage patch, which they call the Pacific Garbage Patch. This is cover for a Chinese drone flotilla that's currently in the Pacific Ocean. So some sort of Chinese drone-related attack is expected. That being said, some sort of submarine-based missile strike, some sort of Xi'an H-20 bombing, stealth bombing attack, a 9/11 style attack, a storming attack possibly targeting Los Angeles, San Francisco, or Las Vegas, a cyber attack or electromagnetic pulse attack targeting America's power supply, and or a full-scale Chinese attack and invasion of Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, South Korea, Japan, Guam, the Philippines, Thailand, Taiwan, the Falkland Islands, Argentina, Canada, or the United States is expected. In this particular scenario for the evening of October 14th, I believe there's going to be a joint drone attack. China will likely attack multiple locations on the West Coast. In respect to Iran, the most likely scenario is that they stage some sort of Iranian storming attack. This is probably going to be via Israeli Mossad members dressed up in black as Iranian terrorists. And they may target the Buffalo at New York Jets football game, which I mentioned previously, in East Rutherford, New Jersey. So some sort of mass storming attack. There's also the possibility that they'll attack Seaside Heights, which is home to the famous Jersey Shore. The Washington Wizards are also playing the New Jersey Nets in Brooklyn, New York, and so that event or a local concert venue may come under attack. There's also the possibility of the CIA staging some sort of cyber attack or 9/11 style Iranian-backed Islamic terrorist nuclear terror attack targeting Israel, the United States, and or the European Union or Canada. Although unlikely, there is a possibility of a nuclear Iranian missile attack. But the most likely scenario is that Iran stages some sort of a suicide drone related attack. They're called Shahed drones, suicide drones. And this is likely the most likely scenario, possibly via the two flotillas of Iranian ships which left for the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic Ocean back in 2019 and 2022, I believe. In respect to Russia, some sort of storming attack is a possibility, possibly targeting the Cleveland Indians at the New York Yankees game in the Bronx, New York, the Pittsburgh Penguins at the Montreal Canadiens game in Montreal, Canada. But the most likely scenario is that Russia, who previously attacked Ukraine with Iranian-made Shahed suicide drones, is that they're going to say that the Russian Navy and Iran are in collusion. And so the Russian Navy is using Iranian suicide drones to target New York City and or Atlantic City during the live broadcasts of the aforementioned games. Coincidentally, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian just met with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Moscow, Russia, back on October 11, 2024. And this will, as I previously mentioned with the past meetings between them, this is designed for a photo op to get them on film, to get them on video, and then they can say that they're allegedly plotting this false flag attack, which will likely be executed via the Israeli Mossad and or the Israeli IDF or the Israeli Navy. Although a drone attack is expected, it will likely conclude with some sort of made-for-TV aerial assault. So it's just like before 9/11, NORAD staged an exercise in which the U.S. fighter jets were moved up to Canada. It appears that the CIA is going to execute a version of what's called Juniper Oak. And Juniper Oak was a joint U.S.-Israeli, basically a massive military exercise. So phase one was executed back on January 23rd through 29th of 2023, and this featured 12 naval vessels, 140 aircraft, as well as the deployment of the M142 HIMARS and the M20 and the M270 rocket systems. So based off this drill, the second phase of which was executed on July 9th of 2023, it appears that the Israeli, because obviously U.S. fighter pilots would not attack the United States, but Israeli fighter pilots would. So it appears that possibly originating out of Canada, coming down from Canada, that they would stage an Israeli aerial attack on New York City, Boston, Toronto, Montreal, etc. during the live broadcast of the aforementioned game to start World War III. And this may include also a naval bombardment courtesy of the Israeli Navy targeting New York City, Boston, Baltimore, other East Coast cities. And this also may be, like I said, a joint operation. So they may say that China is attacking the United States on the West Coast, and Iran and Russia are attacking the United States on the East Coast. So coincidentally, back on February 3rd through 8th of 2022, there was a so-called Irish EEZ controversy, which was a Russian naval exercise that was executed off the coast of Ireland. And what happened there is not known, but this was a controversy that was in the European press for a long time. And so this appears to be cover for this top secret Russian operation to attack the United States. So just to be clear, the United States is China's largest benefactor. They make all their money off us, so obviously they wouldn't attack us. And Iran is run by Zionists, and Russia is also run by Zionists. So it's likely that Taiwanese troops posing as Chinese troops would be used, and then Israeli troops posing as Iranian troops would be used, and then Ukrainian troops posing as Russian troops would be used against the United States on this particular evening. Like I said at the beginning, I'm not sure exactly what form this attack will transpire in, but I do know that it will basically be biological, chemical, nuclear, radiological, or weaponized contagion in nature. So basically this impending attack is going to have some element of, it's going to be a biological outbreak, a biological attack, some sort of chemical related attack, a nuclear attack, possibly 9/11 style, possibly via missile. It could be aerial dispersion of some sort of heinous VX, nerve gas chemical. But this attack is going to be designed to trigger World War III, so they're going to have to take it up a notch or two. So obviously it would be a preemptive attack. They would blame Iran, China, and Russia, and then of course World War III would ensue. Exactly how it's planned is not known, but it is in fact planned, and so obviously I'm making this video in an attempt to thwart this. So in the event that the CIA stages any terror attacks or invasions during this evening of October 14th, I kindly ask that you download this video and share it with local, state, and federal law enforcement, military, and intelligence officials, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets. Peace.